Hello, my amazing students, artists. Okay, so today we're going to start a sculpture project, a sculpture unit, really. This, you don't know what it's going to turn into yet. You're not going to know at the end of today either. You're just going to shape. So this is just a wire hanger. We use wire hangers for a lot of our sculpture armatures. It's the support structure of your sculpture because wire hangers are free. And they're pretty versatile. They're pretty awesome and they keep their shape. And we're using a wooden block. I have drilled a hole in there, put some hot glue in there and stuck the wire hanger in there so that you don't have to. Okay, so now our first point of business is that we have to make this not look like a hanger. There are two real goals today. One, you don't make this look like a hanger, and two, you make sure that it is sculptural from all sides because sculpture is meant to be viewed from all sides, okay? It is three-dimensional. It is meant to be viewed from all sides. That means you can't have a flat shape that you shape this into. So you're just going to take it, you're going to start shaping, and it might take a while. So let me put it on fast forward. Okay, just as an example, you have to get this approved by me. So you might bring this to me and say, hey, I'm done. Do you like my shape? And I'm going to say, no, it looks like a hanger. This still looks like a hanger to me. Okay, so one of the goals is that it does not look like a hanger. It's not really flat anymore. You could see this part sticks out, this part sticks out over here. So it's not flat, but it still looks like a hanger. You have to get it approved, so make sure you make it not look like a hanger. You also don't want this part to unravel. So keep that in mind. If it starts unraveling, probably do the opposite of what you just did. Okay, at this point, this does not look like a hanger to me anymore. It's the center of gravity is mostly in the center. It might come off a little bit to this side. I might have to make it still stand up when there's a lot of stuff on it, I might have to pull it over this way a little bit. I could do that at the base right now and just do it like that. One thing, you don't want this thing to be sticking out anywhere. So you want this thing to be concealed by the knee-high stocking that we're going to put on it. You don't want this to be touching the stocking at all when we put everything on here. So at this point or before now, you should have put your name on it. So I'm going to put X in case anybody messes up and has to use this. I'm going to put 5Z. So you should put your first name, last name, and class, okay? First name, last name, class. Now, when you're ready, when you've gotten it approved by me, you're going to put this stocking on to your sculpture. So you're taking the mouth of this stocking and you're walking your fingers down, like your fingers are little spiders. You're walking your fingers down, walking your fingers down. What you want is you want this to be really tight. The end is really tight. And all of the rest is gathered right there. So the end, super tight, all of this is gathered right there. Then, wherever you think the top is or the part that sticks out the most, you're gonna put that tight part on it. And you're gonna keep it kind of tight as you go down. Now, it's gonna be hard in certain areas. I'm just telling you now, you wanna keep it nice and tight. Nice and tight, nice and tight. And then the hardest part is to get it around the block nice and tight. So I'm getting it around the block. There are little jiggy jags on the block, so be careful. Pressing it around there and then coming over here, pressing it around there. And now you can see that this is pressing against there. Do not want that. I'm going to bend it this way. Maybe bend it this way so that it's not pressing against there. Cannot press against there because it will create a hole. So now I just have to move this. Okay. You can move it slightly once the stocking is on it. You can't move it a whole lot though. So this is my sculpture that I just created. If there's too much of this stuff down here, you're going to take it. You're going to just scissor it. Hopefully none of the parts come up on this part. If it does, it's okay. If it comes way up on the bottom, way up here, then that's probably a problem. Okay, so now I'm gonna I'm just going to put this around my wrist because it's good for having a ponytail or whatever. Boys always like to put this in their hair after hearing about that and having ponytails. I don't know why boys do that. You guys tell me. Now you're going to take a brush, and this is all today. All of this has to be done today. And we're going to be dipping in this stuff, which is called gesso. This is Master Gesso. So gesso is white paint mixed with kind of like a solidifier kind of thing that makes it really thick. It is a primer for sculpture, so I'm just putting it right on there. Putting it right on. Hopefully you see that. Let me back it up a little. Okay. So, and I'm just globbing it right on. You want it to be nice and thick. If you hold your sculpture up, that is sometimes very comfortable, and it allows you to get all the little crevices. You don't want to see any of that brown, even on the edges. So let me fast forward through this because this takes a long time. Okay, so at this point, I think I am mostly done. I'm going to look around to see if I have any of those like little air bubbles where I could still see brown. If you have some areas that are drippy, you want to take those areas and get the excess off. You don't want the drips to be there. And cleanup is a long time because you're going to have this stuff on your table and it's probably going to be somewhat dried, so you really have to scrub it to get it off. Also, if this stuff gets on your outfit, it will not come off at all, so be careful of that. When you are done, you are going to have to pick this up. It's all messy. It's all full of gesso, so you're going to have to pick it up. You're going to get your hands dirty. Hopefully your name is still visible on the bottom. My name is my X is visible on the bottom, and then you're going to put it in a box. Make sure that yours is not your block, as well as the parts of your sculpture, is not touching anyone else's, because when this dries, it dries like plaster and it will permanently attached to something else. Like when we pull them apart, there might be a hole. So make sure that no part of your sculpture is touching anyone else's in the box. If there's no room in the box and we need another box, let me know. I'll just get another box. Okay, hopefully everybody finishes this whole thing and has fun with it. Okay, have fun.